Hey there, first grade. How's everybody doing today? And welcome back to another remote learning math lesson with Mr. Enzi. And today I am joined by some friends. Here is my Lego friend, Peter the Penguin, built out of Lego pieces. And here is Wally, the walrus. Wally the walrus, and he actually has a little croissant as part of his whiskers. Pretty clever, huh? And I'm also here with Frankie the Flamingo. Or maybe that's Francine the Flamingo. Not sure. But the reason I have some Lego animals today is because our math lesson is going to be looking at some animals and how much they weigh. So let's get started as I shrink myself into the corner. Today, we are going to be doing Grade 1, Lesson 5.9, More Comparison Symbols, greater than, less than, or equal to. You will need your whiteboard and marker, and you will also need your number grid placed inside of the sheet protector. So, whiteboard marker, number grid inside your sheet protector. And if you don't have all that stuff, you can hit that pause button while you gather up those materials because we are ready to get started. So our math message today, which is our warm-up, and we're going to need our number grid for it. But here's our question. Which animal is the heaviest? And we have 4 little animals here. The first animal is a parrot, and the parrot weighs 3 pounds. You might see that little symbol in math. It's an L and a B, and that means pounds. That's how we weigh items in the United States. So when you go to a doctor's office, he probably puts you on a scale, and he tells you how many pounds you weigh. Well, we're looking at the pounds of some of these animals. The parrot weighs 3 pounds. The flamingo weighs 9 pounds. The starfish weighs 10 pounds. The squirrel weighs 4 pounds. Which of those animals is the heaviest? Now, here's what I want us to do. I want us to circle all of those numbers on our number grid. So we have the 3 for the parrot, the 9 for the flamingo, the 10 for the starfish, and the 4 for the squirrel. And when I look at all of those numbers that I circled, the number that is furthest along from 0 is the number 10. So our heaviest starfish, our heaviest animal, is the starfish. There he is. That animal weighs more than all the others. And we know by using our number grid, or we know by using our number sense. It's the last of the numbers that I get to when counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 is the heaviest. You can go ahead and clear off your sheet protector. Let's take a look at this one. This one says, which animal is the lightest? The lightest. That's like saying which one is the least, the least, no, least, more or less. All right, so let's go ahead and circle these numbers. The octopus weighs 20 pounds. Oh, here's the 20. The skunk weighs 9 pounds. Here's the skunk. The penguin weighs 75 pounds. I'm going to look for my 70s. 75 pounds? And the koala bear weighs 19 pounds. Now, if I was asking for the lightest animal, that's going to be the first number that I get to when counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There it is. I get to the number 9 first. So our skunk is the lightest. If I had asked for the heaviest, that number 75 comes after all of the other ones. So our penguin would have been the heaviest of the animals. Awesome job. You can go ahead and clear off your number grid. Let's take a look at some of our symbols that we've learned in the past. You might remember that we learned the less than symbol and the greater than symbol. And it just happens to be that we learned those symbols using another type of an animal, the alligator. So the alligator, crocodile, the animal here has the less than symbol, and the animal here has the greater than symbol. Now, remember that the mouth always wants to go and point toward the side that has the greater value. So let's take a look at an example. Which animal is heavier? We have our little penguin at 75 pounds. We have our beaver at 56 pounds. Well, one of the things that helps me is I look at my number grid. 75. Well, here's my 75. So I'm going to go ahead and circle the 75. And my beaver is 56 pounds. So I'm going to go ahead and look for my 56. There it is. Now I want to know which of my animals is heavier, 75 pounds or 56 pounds. Well, I can see here that the first number that I get to is the 50s and 56. So that number is less than the number 75 because that's further away from 100. Now let's write a number model. You can write this number model on your whiteboard or you can do it on your number grid sheet protector. Here's what we're going to do. We have the number 75 and we learn that 75 is greater than 56. So on the other side, I'm going to write that 56. And then I have to put the greater than symbol. And remember that I like to put 2 dots where the bigger number is. I put 1 dot where the smaller number is. And then you can almost see the mouth eating the bigger number. 75 is greater than 56. So which animal is bigger? The penguin. Let's try another. Here we have 2 more animals. Now, I might not always need my number grid because I have what's called number sense in my mind. And we kind of know sometimes we can figure it out. Let's see. This time we have a starfish. The starfish is 10 pounds. The octopus is 20 pounds. Which animal weighs more? Well, let's go ahead and write our number model. On one side, we have the number 10. So we can write this on our whiteboard, or we can write it on our sheet protector. Doesn't really matter. On the other side, we have the number 20. I left a space in the middle. Which number is greater? What's the bigger number? Well, we know, and our math sense tells us that 20 is greater than 10. So, we have to make our symbol. I put 2 dots where my bigger number is, 1 dot where the smaller number is, and then I can make that mouth. Now this time, our number sentence is red, and we always start on the left side. 10 is less than 20. Awesome job. All right, let's try another one. This time we have a skunk is 9 pounds. A flamingo is 9 pounds. There's a good old Francine, or Frankie. Which one is greater this time? Well, they're both exactly the same. So let's write our number model. We have 9 on this side. I'm going to leave a space. We have 9 on the other side. But if they're both the same, what symbol do we use? We use the equal sign. 9 equals 9. So they're both the same weight. None of them are heavier. Awesome job. Let's take a look at another type of problem. This time, I have 2 animals on one side and 1 animal on the other side. And I could even make up a little story about this. The zookeeper put a skunk in one cage. In the other cage, the zookeeper put an owl and a parrot. Which cage is heavier? Well, let's see. The first thing we have to do is we have to find the total of our 2 animals on this side. So we have 5 and 3. Well, we know that in all is an addition problem. So I'm going to go and write down on my whiteboard or my number grid 5 plus 3 on one side. Now on my other side, I have a skunk, and the skunk is 9 pounds. Notice that I left a space in the middle. I have to decide which side is heavier. So let's see. The first thing I have to do is figure out what's 5 plus 3. Well, my number grid comes in handy for this. I could start at 5 and then count up 3. 1, 2, 3. There it is. I landed on the number 8. Now you can also use your rock, 5 in the rock, plus 3, 6, 7, 8. Any addition strategy would work. So I'm going to write an 8 on this side. I'm going to write it real small because that's what 5 plus 3 equals. Now, which side is greater? Is the side that has 8 or is it the side that has 9? Well, the side that has 9 is greater. So that's the side where I'm going to put my 2 dots. And on the side that equals 8, I'm going to put 1 dot. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw my mouth. There it is. And I can read this number model. Let's practice reading it. 5 plus 3 is less than 9. Try that. 5 plus 3 is less than 9. Awesome job. All right, let's clear it off. Let's see if we can get another one. Oh, look at this one. Woof. We have some big numbers here. On one side, we have a porpoise. It's like a dolphin. And the porpoise weighs 98 pounds. Now, on our other side, we have a penguin and an owl. The penguin is 75 pounds, and the owl is 5 pounds. So we want to find in all how much they're going to weigh together. So on one side, we have the number 98. I'm going to write that on my whiteboard or sheet protector. Then I'm going to leave a big space in the middle, because on the other side, I have 75 for my penguin, plus 5 for the owl. Now I have to figure out my addition problem. 75 plus 5. Well, I could use my number grid. Here's the number 75. And I want to add 5 hops to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there it is. I landed on the number 80. So I'm going to write an 80 real small under it, just so that I remember that it's 80. Now, which side is the greater side? Is it the side that's 98, or is it the side that's 80? Well, again, my number grid could help me. Here's our 80, and here's 98. Which number would be the greater number? Did you say 98? So I'm going to put my 2 dots where the 98 is, 1 dot where my 75 plus 5 is, and then I'm going to make my mouth. Let's read this number model. 98 is greater than 75 plus 5. You try. 98 is greater than 75 plus 5. Awesome job. We have one last one to try. Look at this one. On one side, we have an octopus, and the octopus is 20 pounds. I'm going to write that 20 on my whiteboard or my sheet protector. On the other side, we have 2 starfish, a 10-pound starfish and another 10-pound starfish. And we want to find how much they weigh in all. So I'm going to have to add up those 2 starfish. Look what I get. 10 plus 10. That's a doubles fact. What's 10 plus 10? I hear a lot of you shouting 20. So I'm going to write that 20 real small, just so that I know. I keep it in my mind. Which side is bigger? The one side with the octopus, or the side that has the 2 starfish? Well, this time they're the same, so we put an equal sign in the middle. Let's read this number model. 20 equals 10 plus 10. Awesome job. Today, we took a look at some animals. We had Francine the flamingo, and we had Peter the penguin, and we had Wally the walrus with a croissant as his whiskers. And we learned about comparing the weights of animals. You're going to have some practice problems to complete in Seesaw. I can't wait to see how smart you are.